Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome back to some more Warhammer Total War. We are back on another custom map battle, today for Waterfall City, as the High Elves try and hold back a huge Beastmen army, ready to overwhelm their forces as they do have the Chaos supporting them. We are using the Steel of Faith Overhaul mod alongside a couple others. I'll make sure to link them all in the description down below, but it should be a really exciting battle. As always, these Discord battles are. If you want to be a part of these battles, make sure to go ahead and join my Discord. I'll again leave a link in the description down below. There's always people looking to play these custom map battles as well as other games as well, so make sure to just join. It's a good community and it's a good way to keep up to date with my content as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and run through just kind of like what the people are bringing before we do jump into this battle, and then we'll look at the map as well and we go take a look at the High Elf army. So for the forces of Chaos and the Beastmen, on their front line they have some Chaos Warriors. These guys are going to be trying their best to, kind of be the brunt force, breaking their way forward, and again taking a lot of the damage coming their way from the forces of the High Elves, because they're going to have a lot of archers shooting them. Then they have kind of a more hard-hitting unit, the Chaos Warriors with halberds. These guys are going to be great at taking out the air if it does come down close, all the dragons and stuff. And we also have a unit of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, awesome armor-piercing infantry. Then as we continue to go over, we do have the Bestigor Herd, the elite infantry of the Beastmen, along with the Chaos Lord and some magic. The Chaos Mages are always really deadly, so I'm excited to see what they can do in the battle. We have some more Bestigor Herds. These guys are pretty deadly, along with some Minotaurs. We also have a giant back there, and I believe that's Kazrak on a Bestigor chariot, I think. Then we also have some Hell Cannons. These guys are deadly long-range artillery pieces. We continue to go back. We also have some Chaos Marauder Champions. These guys look pretty badass. I love their weapons. We have some of the Chosen, along with more elite Chosen. It's going to be pretty deadly. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, this is actually a 4v3. So we have 4 attackers and 3 attackers. We have 4 attackers and 3 attackers. No, we have 4 attackers and 3 defenders. Also, in the forest here, we do have some Ungor Herds. I'm not sure if they can climb up here. I doubt they can, but I don't know why they're actually here, because I don't believe there is a path. Yeah, but it looks like there isn't actually a path up here, so I'm not really sure why all these guys are hiding here. I guess we'll find out the reason. Maybe it's more of like a reinforcement army. So cool, we'll take a look at the map really quickly as well before we take a look at the High Elf army. So the map itself has, it's pretty choke pointy, but it's to be expected. This is a defensive city. You don't want to give it up lightly. So we have this one path making its way up along this bridge right here. Then as we make our way into the main courtyard, we have one little set of stairs right there, opening up into a pretty large environment which the enemy can take advantage of. And then we have this other push around here, and you can obviously make your way up here again into a large environment. You can access both of these through these kind of bridges right there, and then you kind of finally end up in this little last stand here by the awesome looking tower and the fort. I mean, it'd be amazing if you could actually defend a fort like this, but unfortunately Total War just doesn't go down that route, which is a real shame. So cool, without further ado, let's go take a quick look at the High Elf army. We don't want to spend too long here. You guys already know what the High Elves are bringing. We have some Sword Masters of Hoeth. We have some White Lions holding that front line. Mage of Life, you guys know that is my favorite lore of magic. We also have the Eagle Bolt Thrower. This is going to be nice rapid fire, hammering the enemy as they come across here. We also have a Sun Dragon right up there, along with some Phoenix Guard holding the bridge. Again, I love the look of these statues right there. We do have a Lord, a Prince up there, along with some more archers. The archers are going to be so deadly because they're going to be able to overlook this entire area, hammering the Chaos as they try and make their way across that position. We're also going to have some normal speed as well whilst we kind of finish this up, because the enemy do need to travel a fair bit of distance. More White Lions, more Sea Guard. You guys already know what it is. The main defense, though, is going to be probably here. They've got kind of, outer guard kind of guarding around everywhere else, but this is going to be where the main fighting is going to be held in this huge looking courtyard. So I can't wait to see how that one plays out. So cool, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump straight into this battle. Army wise, we have 4,500, basically 500 on the attacking side and 3,200 on the defending side. But do keep in mind, the defenders do obviously have this beautiful looking city, and I do say it is amazing. I believe it is made by a member of my Discord, Blue Lotus, so massive thank you to him for all the work he has put into these maps, because they do look really goddamn good. Artillery coming in hitting these Chaos Hounds, who are more just a scouting force, I imagine, the Hounds of Pestilence. I believe there are like there's distinctions between the forces of the Beastmen. You actually have like hordes from different Chaos Gods. Yeah, the Pestigors right here. Obviously, these are the pretty gross Beastmen of Nurgle, and you can see they do look pretty disgusting. I'm not sure if there's any other ones, if there's any other like Korn or Zinch or anyone like that, but I think maybe that's just the Pestigors are the only ones. But the Beastmen are going to be the first ones in. The Chaos being true to their kind of nature, letting these Beastmen go in first to absorb all the ammunition and kind of lose a lot of soldiers, and then the more elite Chaos forces will be making their way forward just after that. Again though, that does look pretty badass, I'm not going to lie, with the statue in the back. I mean, always these custom maps look really, really good. So we'll go ahead and speed things up whilst we just wait, whilst we're continuing to let the battle unfold. Because I think it's going to take a little while for these forces to make their way up. You know, obviously there's a long way for them to progress. And then obviously we also have all these forces back here ready to go in. I'm also interested to see what's happening here. Like, I'm not sure if they can make their way up here, if they can climb. Because they're here. They're like acting as if they can climb up here. Oh, maybe they can probably climb up this. That's awesome. Yeah, this is a part of a wall. That's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. I'm really happy that they've done that. And I imagine there's one over here as well, maybe somewhere. Maybe not, I don't know. That's so cool, though, that they can actually climb up here. I'm going to have to make sure I keep an eye on that position as we'll go back to the normal speed now and take a little zoom out. So this is like one of the best ways to look at the custom map itself. And I mean, looking at the custom map like this is pretty insane. You really get to feel the scale of it. And I should really do this in the beginning of the video instead of when we're 7 minutes in as the battle is, you know, winding up to starting. So the forces of the Beastmen are going to be forming up. They're going to be getting hammered by artillery, though. I'm kind of surprised they're taking such a slow approach to this and don't want to just kind of immediately get in here. Because the longer that the Eagle Bolt Thrower can shoot, you know, the more damage it's going to do. We have artillery coming in. This is obviously the multiple bolts being shot out. And then we obviously have the individual ones trying to pin down these Minotaurs with great weapons. Because them Minotaurs with great weapons, if they get into the front line of these White Lions, they're going to slaughter them. I don't think the White Lions really have any capability of dealing with the Minotaurs whatsoever. Obviously, they do have some, you know, Sea Guard who are anti-large, I believe. Yeah, anti-large. And obviously the Phoenix Guard as well back there. I believe the Steel Faith Overhaul mod actually, you know, reduces the number of the Phoenix Guard and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. This is risky, pushing up the forces of the White Lions first. I don't know how much I agree with this. Because as you can see, the Hounds just go ahead and tear through them. Obviously, they're going to do amazing against the Pestigors, which are making their way up as well. Pestigors are going to be struggling. Look at that Hound as well. He's like an arrow sticking out of his shoulder. That's very, very cool indeed. So the White Lions are going to be doing great against the Pestigors. There's no doubt right there. But then the Minotaurs making their way up. We have a Gorball as well being sent up first. And the Gorball is just running through them. The White Lions have no density just to stop him. The Dragon, oh, that's awesome. The Prince is going to come down on his Moon Dragon. Go ahead and try and send this Gorball back to whence he came. And it's doing a great job at it. I think the Sea Guard are all opening up on it. And we also have a Phoenix Guard making their way forward as well. That is pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Seeing these guys push up, defending the city. We also obviously have the elite soldiers making their way up as well. Always looks very, very spectacular. Let loose the arrows, boys. Let loose. We are going to have a Chaos Dragon making its way up, though. That's going to be kind of dangerous for the Prince. I mean, luckily the Prince has a lot of this artillery and the Sea Guard helping it out, but it's going to be taking quite a lot of damage. We also have the artillery over here on this right-hand side, volleying over as much as it can. I really, really enjoy the fact as well that we have a capture point right here. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's kind of a bit out of the way, but it's interesting. Finally, we do have the forces of the Beastmen climbing up, and I love this. I really do actually enjoy the way that the kind of, this is like a glitch because they don't spawn ladders, but I really like it, especially in situations like this where the modder has gone ahead and created these vines instead of just having like super long ladders. It kind of makes it, you know, they are climbing up the vines, and it looks so cool. I think that's just one of the best parts of stuff like this. And I always like it as well when the ladders do glitch out for the forces of the Beastmen and like the orcs as well. I love it when the orcs just climb up like this, because it makes it feel like a lot more tribal in how the orcs would attack a fortress. You know, they wouldn't maybe always bring ladders and stuff like that. It's much more of an impulsive, let's just charge the enemy and try and break through. Anyway, that's really cool. So they're going to be pushing forward here. They need to kind of get their numbers up before really pushing. But the forces of the high elf defenders are going to be forming up as best as they can to try and slow these guys down. Making our way over to the right-hand side, we can see that the White Lions have, with the support of the Phoenix God, done a great job at pushing back the enemy assault right here. The Pestigors have been sent back to whence they came, into the dark abyss. Sorry, I'll stop saying that. I've already said it twice this episode. There's always a limit of Lord of the Rings quotes in these videos, and I think I've already surpassed it, you know, just 10 minutes into the episode, the battle itself. So the Minotaurs are going to be doing great against the White Lions. But the Phoenix Guard should be here to help balance that out, and I feel like the White Lions have already done their job sending, you know, beating back these Pestigors, who are actually coming back from routing, so they kind of got pushed back. I guess that it was a superior amount of missiles really scaring them. Oh no, they actually did kill these guys. These are the ones I was talking about. I mean, it's just fresh. It's fresh Pestigors and Bestigors being sent up here, trying to break forward. And it's only going to be a matter of time, I guess, until the elves do actually start to run out of ammunition. Because I imagine what's happened here, they're actually falling back a lot of these soldiers. And the Eagle Bolt Thrower, I think, yeah, is being pushed back as well. So they are almost conceding the bridge now, as they are running extremely low, using their dragons and their prince on that Moon Dragon or Star Dragon to also just do that fiery breath. Try and do as much damage. Stand your ground is being popped as well, which is pretty smart. We do actually have one of the lords. Kazrak is coming up here to try and help out. He's also popping the Soul Leech as well, reducing their magic resistance. I imagine we might be seeing a follow-up bit of magic right there, but I mean, it is going to actually be breaking these White Lions as they do fall back. The Sea Guard, I imagine, will also be forced to be pushed back very soon, especially now the Minotaurs are breaking forward, and they're going to be just smashing into the Sea Guard. I mean, luckily, the Sea Guard do have that anti-large, and they do also have that charge defense against large, I believe. Oh, they charge defense again. They charge against a large foe, so that charge doesn't do too much. The Prince is being sent in. I'm surprised we are seeing Kazrak being committed to the fight, though, so early. Granted, there are 3 lords for the enemies, and I really, really am enjoying this. The fact that the enemy are pushing in all their forces, you know, early on, so they can quickly deploy them. And not only is it a smart battle move to have your forces really close to the battle line, it also just makes the video actually a lot more interesting, having it so that, you know, there's no like really long delay between battles. So we are going to have a Star Dragon making its way down, trying to assault these Hell Cannons. Smart move right there, try and take them out. However, the Chaos Knights with Lances are going to be scaring that off, and they will kill it pretty quickly, I imagine. Well, actually, maybe not, because they're just anti-infantry. I always thought the Chaos Knights with Lances were anti-large, but I guess not. The Beastmen are continuing to pour up here, and this is, I guess, more of a diversion force. We do have some Bestigors here. Yeah, we actually have some Slangors. That's kind of cool. I love how they're, you know, the way they are like done by Slan is that they're just kind of topless. There's no armor on their top. That's how they're kind of tied to Slan, and they've got their kinky masks on as well. The forces of the Beastmen and Chaos are breaking forward here, though, and they're going to make their way open into here, breaking past whatever this unit was. There's so many units in the what are these guys? The Highborn Spearmen. What do they look like? There's just quite a few units which I just haven't seen in the Steel Faith. Yeah, they look kind of cool. Just more like knightly more than anything else. But their forces are going to be breaking forward. Luckily, there's a lot of artillery up here, and the elves are just volleying their arrows over the top. The Gate Guard are going to be doing some great damage here, just shooting over the wall. They already know what is down there, and they're going to be trying to focus down as much as possible. Oh, there must have been another way up here. Yeah, there must have been. There we go. What's that? Oh, there's a... Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. There's a mountain pass. I didn't even know that. That is so goddamn cool. This map is awesome. There's actually a goddamn mountain pass there. I wondered why they were all the way over here. Oh, they climb up here and then go around there and then just go through one of these mountain paths. That's so cool. Really top-notch work on this map, Lotus. That's amazing. That's really cool, guys. I'll make sure to link it in the description down below. Go over to the map and rate it up. Because the work that went into this is insane. Also, look at that entire unit just died. What the hell killed it? The Chaos Lord just killed this entire unit of Sea Guard. That seems so broken. That is insane. But yeah, guys, I'll link it in the description. Go over and make sure you rate this map 5 stars or thumbs it up or whatever you can do, because that's it. That's really cool. I love the way that there's just so many awesome passages, and they're not just obvious passages. You know, you've got that vine wall, you've got that mountain pass which the people can go through. That's really awesome, as well as the main gate. I'm really happy with this map, as you guys can tell. So if we go back to the bridge, we can see that the Bestigors are breaking their way forward. The Minotaurs are going to be coming down. And we also have a broken down statue as well. This statue has been destroyed and has collapsed down as the Minotaurs just finish off whatever remains of the Sea Guard. More of the soldiers are trying to run away. The Sea Guard are falling back. However, Archeon, the Ever-Chosen, is leading the charge, and he's going to be slicing this mage in half. She needs to run away for her life because Archeon is going to ruin her. Yeah, there you go. She is fleeing. Luckily, I believe she is faster. However, she has gone ahead and made sure that these Sea Guard do sacrifice their lives for her. We're also going to get some Sword Masters of Hoath coming down. I don't think they're going to be a great unit to obviously deal with the Minotaurs. If they do come up against the Bestigors, that is perfect, but they might struggle with that. We also have some artillery really nicely set up here. This artillery will be able to focus down this infantry line really well, as well as just get some good shots off. Oh my god, you can see the awesome looking chariots down there as well. The Gorbal chariots, as we do have the artillery running their way down there, as well as all the archers as well. I mean, this is where the elves do excel. Their archers, they have so many good traps with these gate guard. They can just shoot over their own walls. And that's all, you know, all their shots are going to be landing down on these Bestigors and the rest of the infantry. So they just need to continue to focus down their enemy, the enemy, and they're going to always be finding their targets, because that's just how strong they are. Going back though, the rest of the city does look like it is being overwhelmed. The first layer has been destroyed again by that amazing gate pass right there. I still can't get over. That's just such a unique idea. And we do have the Beastmen starting to make their way up to the second layer of the city. And they're going to be taking one of the capture points. So that's really nice of them. They're going to be taking some morale away from the defenders. Some of the Dragon Princes are still alive though. And they're going to be trying to, use some of the sneaky passes around to try and maybe outmaneuver, stay a little bit hidden. But again, it's only going to be a matter of time until, their archer platforms are destroyed. And it's going to be a real big, snowball effect more than anything else. As we do have the Sisters of Athaloan, Leferen trying to hold up. They're going to be supporting their Swordmaster brothers who are fighting hard against the Korngors. Korngors? Yeah, Korngors. Of course, that's what they're called. I guess these are the most ferocious warriors. Oh, and the Dragon Prince is coming in the back. Amazing. That is absolutely awesome. We also have Tyrion down here as well, fighting hard. And I think Tyrion, with the support of his Dragon Princes and stuff, are going to be able to break this back, because a lot of the forces are still being held here. I mean, a lot of them are overwhelming the forces. We do actually have Morgar as well, making his way up. He's going to be taking a lot of damage from the Sisters, though. Yeah, as I was saying, before I interrupted myself, there's going to be a snowball effect, because the quicker these guys can get up here and silence the archers, then the quicker that the forces on the first layer will then be able to make their way up without taking as much damage. The Sword Masters, with the support of Tyrion and also this Star Dragon as well, are going to be great right here. That's going to be doing a lot of damage. We're going to be getting some spells off though. We've got Apocalyptic Vision, which is going to be boosting up the leadership and melee attack, which I don't think they need. Imagine their melee attack is already really high. You're up to 81. If they have some armor piercing as well, Tyrion is going to be in a world of pain. At the moment, though, balance power is still very much in the favor of the attackers, as it has been the entire playthrough. They have about 800 men. But the thing is as well, they've been really smart with their forces. They have really only been pushing up the Beastmen, whereas the Chaos units are still yet to get involved. And they're going to be the really strong, I mean, just compare them. Obviously, you have the Ferocious Beastmen, which are extremely good. But then you just have these armored warriors, these beasts of men almost, ready just to push in and overwhelm the city. As we do just zoom out, again, watch them. You have more artillery. We also have a lot more other soldiers making their way forward. As we do have the soldiers breaking their way across these stairs. We do have these towers, though. These towers are actually, usable objects which are going to be hitting the attackers. They're doing some good damage. They shoot pretty quickly as well, which is always nice. But as I keep saying, now that the Chaos Warriors are starting to get involved, is going to be... Oh, we also just have that destroyed as well. And I love how it collapses. That's really cool. as I guess they're trying to hit over here, they just can't really. And I imagine, I mean, the elves luckily do have a lot of ammunition left, but you have some magic back here. I think it's going to be a great way to kind of thin out this defense as well. Using this magic just to, assault these guys. Using your dragons to hopefully push back the rest of the enemy. We are going to have one of the Chaos Lords actually being broken, though. We do have a mage back here as well. Do we have anything else left to go up? No, I think everything has been committed now to this battle. We're going to be having a large portion of the Chaos Forces making their way over here. How cool would it be if you could destroy this bridge with enough fire? Like, I want it to take a while, but how cool would it be if you could destroy this bridge and just kills everything? That'd be crazy cool. So going back to the main line, we do have the Pester. No, we have the Slangles, sorry. Got there eventually after naming all of them. They are currently fighting the Swordmasters of Hawath. We're going to be a hard-hitting force, but we do have the Gorballs making their way up, and a Gorball is going to be a good hard-hitting unit to kind of spin these guys up and just allow them to run through the enemy. I mean, they're covered in arrows right now from the Sisters of Avalon, I think it's called. Dragon Prince is going in. They're going to be hitting the infantry and also the chariots. Oh, I'm actually not going for the infantry quite yet. Hitting a few of them. But mainly just trying to kill these chariots, which, I feel like chariots have been kind of buffed a little bit in Warhammer 2. They seem to be a lot more effective compared to the, just compared to Warhammer 1. So we also have some more Dragon Princes here. I guess they're waiting, biding their time before going in. We are actually going to have a unit of Chaos Spawn being obviously spawned, and these guys are going to be maybe harassing. I think they have rampaged already. Yeah, they're already gone out of control, and they're going to be fighting against these Dragon Princes. So it's a good way to tie these guys up, if I'm honest. However, the Dragon Princes should be able to kill them. More Swordmasters being deployed out of the main city. So is this what's going to happen? We're just deploying, I think we're just getting more and more men being deployed out of this kind of city center. They don't want to give up this second layer of defense, which is very, very smart. However, the Forces of Chaos are being committed in their hundreds right now. Archaon himself is currently dueling away with the Prince, and you can see that Archaon is getting really low right now. He's using his standard Sandal die, but we also have this Prince popping Blade of Belcaradras and the Bane Shield, as well as Deadly Onslaught. And that's doing a lot of damage. We'll go ahead and keep pressing K because I want to keep an eye on Archaon's health, and this could be huge. We also do have a Dragon Ogre being making his way up right now. But this is just a death pit right now. And this is, what the elves are all about, right? Is funneling the enemy down and using your arrows just to destroy them. And it is 100% working. And there we go. Archaon is extremely low. Sorry, for a second I thought he died. There's a really nice pit of shades going off in the back ranks. It's doing lots of damage to the kind of multiple units, such as the forces of the Phoenix Guard. But yeah, Archaon is really, really low, and the artillery is continually just shooting. I mean, how many kills are these guys on right now? Wow, they're only on 4, and they've used 5 kills, and they've all used all their ammunition. That's pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. Maybe they've done a lot more HP damage. As we do have these sisters. These sisters do look pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. I love the music as well in the background. I feel like the music as well in Warhammer is always really good as well. Or at least in this latest variation of the game. I mean, the more arrows these guys can get off, the better it will be for them. Obviously trying to do as much damage to the Dragon Ogre. And I feel like if they just keep committing more men, sending in these Sea Guard who've used all their ammunition. These Sea Guard have got 15 kills, and now they're going to go into melee. It's really good. On this right-hand side, they are pushing hard. And now that the more elite units are up, this is actually really dangerous. Because they don't really have any elite infantry over on this left side whatsoever. Yeah, the infantry seems to be killed completely. I was like, yeah, but they're definitely struggling. But I feel like a lot of the infantry is over on this right side over here. Whereas this left side, look how many elite soldiers. You have a lot of the Chosen with, halberds and great weapons. You have the Minotaurs. You have the Giants. And that's going to be very, very dangerous if the High Elves don't send more men over here to help defend here. Luckily, they still have a lot of these arrows coming in, but it's only a matter of time. This Phoenix has died and has not been reborn. This Star Dragon is getting kind of low. You do have the Gorbald going to be chasing away, popping his move fast as well. His Foe Seeker, and just silencing these guys. And now they're going to be able just to push on the last kind of bastion And if they can take the city center and then kind of flank round, they're really going to be able to kind of open up the assault elsewhere. I don't really know what these artillery crew are doing. Do they have ammunition? Yeah, they have ammunition. I think they've just maybe glitched out here a little bit, which is unfortunate. More men are falling in. I mean, we do have some Zinchgals or some Zarngals, how you pronounce these guys. I like these guys because they are blue. They look really cool. And I love how they have just 2 one-handed daggers. Some more of the Pestigors as well. I mean, these hell cannons, if they get into a good position, will be really useful at, you know, winding this up. I mean, they are breaking forward as well. But don't really have a lot of numbers here. But neither do the forces of the High Elves. You know, the High Elves are definitely running very, very low on men. Only 1,000 of them left. And I feel like a lot of the defenses have now been broken forward. The Chaos have taken heavy casualties because of it. But they are still breaking forward. And I mean, if they can take care of this prince as well, that'll be huge. Some more artillery just hitting the city, trying to bring it down. Going back over here. So we do have a pretty elite last stand right there, as they are just simply waiting for the forces to come through and try and attack them. That's really cool though. I like that a lot. Ready to hold the line. You know, under the awesome fountain right here, we will have the Fountain Guard ready to fight to the death. I mean, it's just a really, really good looking city, as always. So cool, let's go back to the right side now, see how they are getting on. I imagine they are going to be, you know, overwhelming this bridge very quickly. Very, very quickly. Yeah, you can see the Minotaurs are up front. And they're going to be chasing forward. And as soon... We actually have a nice little Frostheart Phoenix. And they're super tanky. Yeah, we have a lot of Phoenixes up here. It just doesn't seem like there's any range units whatsoever for Chaos and the Beastmen to take them down. I mean, the Chaos like don't get any archers, do they? And the Beastmen get like some Ungor Raiders, but besides that, they're not really that great. So the right side has fallen, and I think it's going to be a massive fallback to the inner city now, and everyone is going to have to, you know, kind of just hope they can hold firm. We do have some artillery still shooting though, which is pretty insane that they have that much range that they can hit, you know, all the way over here. Oh no, it'll be the towers, won't it? Yeah, it'll be the towers. But again, the towers are going to stop shooting very, very soon as well, because, you know, all they have to do is take this capture point. And that'll be taken as well. So the first couple units have made their first steps within the inner city right now. The final stand, the keep, has now been breached. Something that could be really cool as well is actually just having gates on these, but not having walls for the defenders to shoot. So because you can use units like the Minotaurs and the Bestigors, no, maybe not Bestigors, but you can use like the Giants and Minotaurs to smash down gates. So it could have been kind of cool to have gates like on all of these positions, like right here. Could have been kind of cool. Also, where's this? Oh, this is also really, really cool. Obviously, the defenders haven't done it, but by the looks of it, you can actually make your way around the back here. I guess, again, using the mountain pass. Yeah, by using the mountain pass, I imagine you can make your way through here. That is so goddamn cool. Yeah, if you wanted to, I imagine you could maybe have come up here, gone through here, and then just made your way across here, maybe, and then gone all the way around. That would have been really, really cool to see, but I feel like, you know, they just don't have so many men they need to commit elsewhere. So 10 minutes left in this battle. Let me know in the comments down right now who you guys think will come out on top in this battle. Do you guys think that the forces of the Beastmen are going to be enough? Do they have enough with the support of Chaos to overwhelm the defenders? Or do you feel like the High Elves have just done too much damage to have this one in the bag? And they still have a great position. They have a lot of aerial units as well. As you can see, these dragons coming down now and kind of, you know, pushing up back the attackers. And we do have a lot of elite units. Oh my god, what the hell are these guys? The Dragon Guard of Kulad? Is that how you pronounce it? I mean, they look amazing. Look at that. As they do just come charging in. These guys are not going to go down without a goddamn fight. That is for sure. They are fighting some of the Marauder Champions. The Chaos Marauder Champions, yeah. So it's going to be a hard fight for them indeed. But I mean, just look at them. They are just encrusted in jewels. It looks amazing. Really, really amazing to see that unit. Are there any other units I've kind of missed and not really picked up upon yet? I don't think so. We have some silver helms over here again, looking pretty nice. Yeah, silver helms with shields. And there's a lot of artillery scattered around everywhere. Also, we do obviously have the Gate Guard back here. And the Gate Guard are pretty good. You know, they're kind of like an improved variant of Sea Guard. Some spells being popped off. You're going to get... Oh, nice little spell right there. This is going to be a beautiful vortex ripping through the back ranks. Eventually, it does actually play pretty well for the High Elves as well. Because it's keeping on the units, doing lots of HP damage. And that's one of the things the forces of the Chaos have to worry about is, you know, they've kind of spent a lot of their soldiers elsewhere. The nice thing is, over on this left flank, they have got their soldiers ready to defend these choke points. But, oh, this is going to be so brutal. I can just see the Dragon Ogres slowly making their way over. Especially now these guys have been engaged in the flank as well. So this is going to count as a flanking attack. Oh, and also a Pit of Shade directly on top of them. Oh, this poor unit of White Lions. The 2 units of Dragon Ogres are just waiting for their time. And this is going to be the White Lions gone right now. We are going to be having some of the Phoenix Guards still alive, which is nice, but that's going to be a hard fight. How are the Dragon Guard doing? Doing okay. They're definitely taking a lot of damage, but they just look so goddamn cool. This is probably one of my favorite units I've seen in the Steel Faith Overhaul mod right now. They just look amazing. As they continue just to fight back the enemy. I love it how we just have the city in the background as well, as these guys are fighting for their lives. I mean, there's so many units in the Steel Faith Overhaul mod I just haven't really had a chance to look at yet, which is a real shame.
We don't forgive.
They do not forgive. Give them no mercy, because you shall receive none. We also have the Giant making its way back here. I mean, luckily, the Giant is fighting, you know, some anti-large units, so that's going to be good for the forces of the High Elves. However, he's still going to be doing lots of damage before going down. There is also a lot of artillery back here as well, so this artillery is going to be really useful. We have, what, three Eagle Claw bolt throwers, which can hopefully, you know, focus down all of these large units. We maybe try and kill the generals. We also have the sisters trying to kill this Cygor as well. They're going to be firing out as many arrows as they can. And you see that damage is, you know, slowly racking up on the Cygor. He's not going to be around forever, especially because he's fighting Phoenix Guard as well. Soul Leech has been popped on these guys. Do these guys do magic damage? They do magic. Yeah, they do magic damage. So, does that affect it? Out of interest, let me know in the comments down below. If they do get that Soul Leech, which reduces their it must do, right? Yeah, it must do, especially with that being popped on them. Because I was thinking that because these guys do magic damage, if you reduce an enemy's magic resistance, obviously that would probably do more damage, right? I mean, the Beastmen are just running amok, but balance of power is still extremely even. I guess because the defenders over on this other side are pretty strong, but I just don't see how the defenders are as strong as they are. I mean, they have a lot of aerial units, which I guess is giving them a, you know, a chance in this battle, but I don't know. I feel like the Beastmen just have so many men left, they're just easily going to be able to overwhelm the defenders here without even a second thought. And maybe the artillery can come in clutch. So, I mean, it is getting some really nice hits there. If we can just get a few more, maybe it can rout a few of these guys. Because, again, all this Chaos Army is, like, really weak. There's not a lot of them left. The Hell Cannons are still alive. And if they find some direct hits, that's going to be pretty brutal. Yeah, I think it's whether this artillery can go in, whether or not the Elves will win this. Because, I mean, they are finding some targets and they are routing a few of these guys. If this artillery can continue to open up on the enemy and the aerial units can hold these guys at bay whilst the artillery does work, then maybe they stand a chance. Oh no, this is going to be brutal. Right into the back, the Dragon Guard getting hits there. They're still going to be holding their ground though. I mean, these Ungor Raiders are going to be so poor. But obviously the Minotaurs are going to be a bitch to deal with for them. They might be able to do it, but I don't know. Are these guys anti-large? Let's have a little look. Their armors and shield is dragon armor. I imagine they're really tanky. As we have more of this dragon coming in. The artillery is coming in and it is routing more men. What's this unit right here? Oh yeah, we have a unit of cavalry just hiding here. The cavalry needs to go ahead and be committed right now if they have any hope of winning. I mean, this is going down to the wire right now.
Going. A fine order. We have sailed.
It just feels like there's so many beastmen left remaining. I just don't know how the High Elves can win this. Oh, they just need this artillery to be held. If this artillery can hold, I guess that is their only way of victory right now.
King and country.
But more men are just overwhelming this field. And it looks like the city has been taken. I'm not going to lie. The artillery is still coming in. We have cavalry left. And the cavalry can kind of like roam around and stop this infantry from getting in. The balance power has shifted back. It shifted in the favor of the Beastmen. But now it's going back in the favor of the High Elves. These towers are being overwhelmed. And I think the Beastmen and the Chaos just have more men being ready to push in. We do actually have Tyrion out here, causing a nuisance in the Hellcans, but that's just not where Tyrion needs to be. Tyrion needs to be in the main fight. Because once the artillery routes and once this cavalry routes, you know, you're going to just get a mass rout and all the forces are going to be gone. Cavalry trying its best just to delay this cavalry, delay this infantry as much as possible, along with the Frostheart Phoenix as well. The Frostheart Phoenixes are so tanky as the artillery continues to go out. I believe they did manage to take out that Cygor. And now they're trying to focus down more and more on the Chaos infantry. And there's a lot of cavalry left. Like, granted, seeing an entire another unit of cavalry right there. I don't know. This battle's going to go down to the wire. And I personally do not have a clue who is going to win this battle.
Evil unbound. There goes pestilent glory. So be it.
They are slowly overwhelming the fountain, but the fountain has been lost, no, and more infantry are just coming in. The artillery is you know, getting some good hits, but now that the Dragon Ogres have managed to make their way back here, are they going to be able to silence these? I mean, the Dragon Princes are coming in to try their best, or not the Dragon Princes, the Silver Helms are coming in to try and slow this, but every single bit of artillery they stop from shooting, you know, buys them more time just to bring in more and more infantry. And as you can see, it's really working, as we do have more of the Gore herds. Just, you know, all it takes is 10 guys or 1 guy to stop this artillery from shooting for, you know, a split second. That's all that matters. Especially as these dragons do start to go down, with a few mages roaming around the battlefield. Only a minute left in this battle, but I mean, the Beastmen hardly have anyone left as well. There's only 500 of them left. Oh my god, this is so close. I mean, this big bulk of infantry right here, I imagine it's hiding from the artillery right now. The generals are pretty low. Now the artillery is starting to fall. I think that's going to be all she wrote for the High Elves. The siege crew trying their best to keep them at bay, but it's just not going to be enough. And this once beautiful city is going to be lost. Yeah, there we go. 20 seconds left. The units are going to rout, and the Beastmen are going to overwhelm the city. But I mean, what an insane battle. I still am so happy about them vines and that mountain pass. It just kind of was really unexpected, and I enjoy it. I think Tyrion just died there as well, and it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory for the forces of Chaos and the Beastmen. That was an amazing battle. Guys, if you did enjoy that, please drop a like and a comment down below. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you guys are enjoying battles like this, because that was just awesome. And if, you know, if my Discord see that you guys enjoy these battles, you know, if the videos do really well, they're going to try and do more and more like it. And I imagine if, you know, the map gets a really good response, then obviously Blue Lotus is going to make more and more maps like this. Really cool stuff. So if we look at the kills, Genniku, Archeon getting 100 kills, pretty nice. And obviously also his Chaos Dragon as well. Great Chaos Dragon, 107 kills, pretty impressive. We're looking at Beastman forces now. You know, obviously his Shaman with some nice bits of shades, getting 104 kills, and his Cygor, and also, yeah, his Zinj scores as well. Very nice amount of casualties on that. Continue to make our way down, 100 kills on the Sorceress, pretty nice. And then finally, Lotus's forces, we do have anyone getting a lot of kills? Not really anyone racking up too many, but 61 on the Minotaurs. Then if we look at the forces of the High Elves, 102 kills on the Gate Guard, and 165, and almost 300 on the Star Dragon. Beautiful. Very, very nice indeed. Dragon Princes always, as always, getting a lot of kills. And obviously also 175 on these bad boys. Finally, the Doomshrooms. Oh my lord, 400 kills on his Prince. That must be the MVP of the battle for sure. So as I said, make sure to drop a like and a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Custom maps, campaign, online battles, 4v4s, 4v3s. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.